In the quiet town of Willowbrook, there lived a young woman named Sophie who had always dreamt of mastering English. Though she had grown up in a family where English was spoken, she struggled to speak it confidently and fluently. Sophie had taken various language courses, read books, and practiced her grammar, but something always felt missing. Her friends, who were native English speakers, seemed to speak effortlessly, with a natural rhythm and confidence she found hard to achieve. Determined to overcome this challenge, Sophie began exploring different methods to improve her English, and that's when she stumbled upon a technique known as shadowing. Shadowing is a language learning technique where you listen to a native speaker and repeat their speech as closely as possible. The technique involves mimicking the speaker's pronunciation, intonation, and rhythm. For Sophie, this technique seemed promising, but she wondered how she could effectively integrate it into her daily routine. Her journey with shadowing would not only transform her language skills, but also provide insights into its practical application for anyone looking to improve their English. Sophie began by selecting appropriate materials for her shadowing practice. She chose audio content that was both engaging and suited to her level. This included podcasts, short videos, and audiobooks on topics she found interesting. By choosing content that captured her interest, Sophie ensured that she would stay motivated throughout the practice. Engaging materials are crucial in shadowing because they keep learners invested and make the practice enjoyable. Whether you're a beginner or more advanced, finding content that resonates with you can make a significant difference in your learning experience. Once Sophie had her materials, she started by listening carefully to the audio. This preliminary step was about becoming familiar with the content and the speaker's style. Sophie listened multiple times to understand the natural flow of the language, the speaker's accent, and the rhythm of their speech. This phase of familiarization was essential, because it helped Sophie absorb the nuances of the language before attempting to mimic it. For anyone practicing shadowing, taking the time to understand the material thoroughly can make the subsequent shadowing practice more effective. After becoming comfortable with the audio, Sophie moved on to the actual shadowing practice. She played a segment of the audio and immediately repeated what she heard, trying to match the speaker's pace, tone, and pronunciation. This real-time repetition helped Sophie develop a more natural way of speaking English. Shadowing in real time is effective because it forces learners to respond quickly and accurately, mimicking the natural rhythm and flow of the language. This kind of practice helps bridge the gap between passive listening and active speaking, making your spoken English sound more authentic. Sophie also made use of the pause and repeat method during her practice sessions. She would pause the audio after a sentence or a phrase, repeat it several times, and then move on to the next segment. This technique allowed her to focus on specific parts of the material, paying close attention to details such as pronunciation and intonation. By breaking down the content into smaller, manageable chunks, Sophie was able to concentrate on challenging sections and gradually improve her skills. The pause and repeat method is particularly useful for learners who want to refine their pronunciation and fluency in a focused manner. Another crucial aspect of Sophie's shadowing practice was recording herself. She used her phone to record her repetitions, and then listened to them to compare with the original audio. This self-assessment allowed Sophie to identify areas where she needed improvement, such as mispronunciations or awkward intonation. By reviewing her recordings, Sophie was able to track her progress and make necessary adjustments to her practice. Recording and evaluating one's own practice sessions is a powerful tool for language learners, as it provides valuable feedback and highlights areas for further improvement. To ensure consistent practice, Sophie integrated shadowing into her daily routine. She found moments throughout her day, during her commute, while doing household chores, or in her downtime, to practice shadowing. By making shadowing a regular part of her day, Sophie was able to maintain her momentum and gradually improve her language skills. Consistency is key in language learning, and incorporating practice into daily activities helps make the process less daunting and more manageable. For anyone using shadowing, finding ways to integrate it into your routine can lead to more consistent and effective practice. As Sophie continued with her shadowing practice, she began to notice significant improvements in her English. Her pronunciation became more accurate, her listening comprehension improved, and she felt more confident speaking. The natural rhythm and flow of English, which had once seemed elusive, now felt more accessible and intuitive. Sophie's experience with shadowing illustrates how this technique can be highly effective when applied thoughtfully and consistently. Sophie's journey with shadowing also highlighted several important considerations for others looking to use this technique. Firstly, selecting appropriate materials is crucial. The content should be engaging and suited to your proficiency level. Secondly, taking the time to familiarize yourself with the material before shadowing can enhance the effectiveness of the practice. Thirdly, using methods such as pause and repeat and recording yourself can provide valuable feedback and help refine your skills. Lastly, integrating shadowing into your daily routine ensures consistent practice and gradual improvement. In conclusion, shadowing is a powerful technique for improving English language skills. Sophie's story demonstrates how selecting engaging materials, listening attentively, practicing in real time, and incorporating feedback can lead to significant progress. By making shadowing a regular part of your language learning routine, you can develop a more natural and confident command of English. Whether you are a beginner or looking to refine your skills, shadowing offers a dynamic and effective approach to mastering the language.